Hey everyone. I was going to give a quick update. I think part of the reason why I was stuck on Ruth is I was trying to do it like I was doing a Bible study. And I'm not doing a Bible study with you guys. I'm doing a devotional. And I'm just going to be walking through the book of Ruth to get devotional thoughts from it. So I'm going to be reading verses 3 through 7 of chapter 1, which says, Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her two sons. They married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other Ruth. After they had lived there about 10 years, both Mahlon and Chilion also died, and Naomi was left without her two sons and her husband. When she heard in Moab that the Lord had come to the aid of his people by providing food for them, Naomi and her daughters-in-law prepared to return home from there. With her two daughters-in-law, she left the place where she had been living and set on a road that would take them back to the land of Judah. So basically, they've moved to Moab. Elimelech dies. Chilion and Mahlon marry Moabite women, which is not what God wanted from them. That is against the law of the Ten Commandments and the additional laws that had been written. They were not supposed to intermarry with women of other nations or cultures because it would draw them away from the one true God, and it would draw them into a false God. So they had married Moabite women, and eventually Mahlon and Chilion pass away too, and Naomi is left with just her daughters-in-law. So she sees there's food in Judah, and she's ready to go home, and she and her daughters pack up and get ready to go. So devotionally, she's getting ready to go back to Judah because she's hungry. So sometimes we find that God draws us to himself, back to himself through actually a physical need. Sometimes it's a physical need, sometimes it's a spiritual need. It may be an emotional need, but ultimately we will find out that there is no one who can meet our needs like the Lord. And so I just thought that you could think about some ways that you have seen God meet your needs and maybe woo you back to himself through your needs, whether it be physical, emotional, or mental, or spiritual. How has God wooed you through your needs? And then how do you portray your God? Are others drawn to God because of the way you live your lifestyle? I think that's something to think about as we get ready to delve into the character of Ruth and Orpah. Were they drawn by the one true God that Elimelech and Naomi loved? Did they practice their faith enough to draw them in? Or, since Chilion and Mahlon married Moabite women, were they basically only a half-hearted faith? And what does your faith look like? As for me, I don't know. I hope that my faith would be a faith that would cause other people to love my God. I am passionate about him, and I want other people to be passionate about my God, but I don't know that that's necessarily true for me, and so that's something to think about. Do others know? Are they drawn in by the love you have for your God?